What's up, TikTok fam? We got another annoying life update of my Berlin true crime story. I would definitely go so far as using Trump rhetoric like I do pretty much out there on X pretty much all of the time. The deep state of the fucking judiciary in Berlin. The witch hunt continues. Check these documents out over here real quick. So we basically filed a report, right? So to render this judge Manteuffel as biased because anything that I ever wrote, unfortunately I haven't pulled it up here real quick, but I'll show you real quick. This guy, to refresh your memory, thought it is totally okay to use force, violence, etc. Open the door, use the police, whatever, open, break, enter, search the place. Here, because a Alexander Ha just didn't want to read the email from like January of 2024, and then basically showed up on the 11th, basically. No, 14th of November, sorry, with, the mandatory exploration where, my sick leave, from my orthopedist was blatantly denied, and basically, they forced themselves in, posted about it, like I think the last 2-3 videos, can check that out. And also obviously, the first one where I'm contesting the mental illness because I have video evidence from the Charité right after I got, brutally fucking destroyed by dirty scum cops, that lied about me attacking them on February 14th, where, the house search and seizure was illegal to begin with my wife that never been asked as a witness, that can attest that I showed my prescriptions to the cops, that I called to get rid of my psycho mother. But anyway, so this case about my custody right now, to get back to the subject, is basically applied for. Let me flip the cam. Actually, filed for by my very own psycho freaking mother that was supposed to go on February 14th of 2023, right? So despite everything that I've wrote, the report basically says, just now saying, oh, the judge is not biased, and there's no, arbitrary behavior from his end, which obviously I contest, because we have this one that is like basically the first false one, which unfortunately I didn't record by this Eva Schuster. That was already, again, a case, as you can see here, that was started by Ellen Stuppy, from the freaking psych ward, right? And then obviously I replied to that. Arukaslan was the judge that actually closed the case after, when I complained, where I basically said everything over here, where I'm saying like, I did my thing after my work, my freelance work, etc. Got rushed, etc. by the police, putting it out there. So then this lady basically decided to close it, right? So that was in March 2023, and I was kind of rude, I guess, to send this back, so already since then, I'm saying like, how long do you want to continue to violate my human rights, and when am I getting my illegally seized medicine back? Because so when do I get my medicine back, that was illegally seized from the legal house search and seizure, no avail. And then you have this questionnaire, where it says, is there a mental illness with the person? No, never was. And then that's a very, very important question, what other options for help or assistance would make a legal guardian basically from the government unnecessary. And then I'm saying, money, Schmerzensgeld, Entschädigung, money for losses, damages, etc. And complain already here, right? But it seems that they have a problem with my handwriting, or I don't know, maybe, the German language, I don't know, maybe they forgot or whatever, I don't know. But it's really, really disgusting over here, so this thing basically, still continues. So just also, so what's possible in Germany if you have a crazy psychopath mother that also works, for the German foreign missions, and you have some dirty cops coming together on Valentine's Day, 2 years ago, and then you have basically 701 days today of garbage only, yeah, basically saying, and then she actually says, complaining about that I didn't receive any treatment in the Charité, and now I would have to pull out the Charité report. So you got that one too, but it's probably all out there. Wait a minute, I'm gonna pull this up. If you still bear with me, appreciate everybody that made it 5 minutes and 30 into this video, and definitely appreciate anybody that likes the videos and stuff, and maybe shares it with a friend or so, and let people know what's actually possible to a former German, was born and raised here, but to an American citizen here in Germany for cannabis as his medicine. Check this one sec. I'm going to pull up the Charité report for you to refresh your memory real quick. So anybody studying medicine and stuff like this, they're basically saying like I had a manic psychotic syndrome, but obviously not true, just the defamation by the mother basically. And they're saying, they didn't establish any medication. I didn't take any medication besides lean for the pain, and also, the accounts obviously in here. I gotta check this. Here's my ripped MPFL and MCL from the dirty cops, right? Nobody gave a fuck about your injuries, actually. Neurologically, I'm always here, always sharp, always crisp, yeah. And this part of my free will over here. And then they say this one, wait a minute. I mean, technically, one thing that you can basically see over here is this Fremdanamnese durch die Mutter. Like, this is a foreign diagnosis by a non-medical professional, right? And then here we basically have the lies, yeah? That's basically from there. The 14th, yeah, 2 years ago, and then it says Verdacht auf, right? And then they basically turned a legitimate cannabis patient into a cannabis addict, and they basically even separated me from my child, for basically me having cannabis here at home that I had to get like as an emergency. So I hope this thing is not gonna get banned, that I use the language, it's all legal and all legit over here. So again, I appreciate anybody that made it 7 minutes into this video. And I supposedly hit 2 cops in the face, So I practice martial arts. I'm a big MMA fan, like now on the weekend, UFC 311, we're gonna definitely watch that and get up early at night. And we send our daughter to Taekwondo until the green belt and stuff, and practice this ourselves. So that's why we're always calm, very polite, helpful, etc., very friendly, never get in any altercations in the street. Hence again, dirty fucking police scum lying about the fucking incident, because I guess the only thing there is they thought that they can abuse a supposed schizophrenic person, so they basically believe the defamation lies of my fucking crazy psychopath mother working for the German foreign missions, who also defamed me prior to the fucking social psychiatric service. And since then we basically have 701 days of injustice here in Germany that I'm obviously fighting for to get justice for my family and us, so we can finally leave this country behind. I'm also leaving my citizen behind because of all this, basically corrupt, illegal, legal fuckery, supposedly, yeah. So again, I would call it like the deep state of Berlin, yeah, and like a fucking witch hunt, what they're trying to do, prescribing you with a fucking mental illness. And now basically again, another instance of where I have to file another report against another judge, basically, because our rights are basically being abused or denied. Yeah? Anyway, so appreciate everybody that's watching this. So definitely, give this video a like if you made it through all the way until here. Leave me a nice comment or whatever, and maybe share this video with a friend or two, so get a little bit more publicity on this subject, what's possible in Germany, what can happen if a family member, colleague, or friend defames you towards a social psychiatric service, and if some stupid entities come together, like for example like crooked fucking cops and a psycho mother and stuff in the false report, and then you got 701 days of human rights violations after crimes against humanity, including the cuff torture that you still suffer from 2 years after, cuff neuropathy, tendinitis, etc., that keeps you from the creative work that you should be doing. Anyway, peace out everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.